it's clear what the trend is.
Right.
Yeah.
I know when I went to school years ago, when they rode dinosaurs onto campus,
Yeah.
you could afford to go to school by working some summer jobs, working part-time, take a little student loan if you have to. When I graduated college, I had some student loan debt to the tune of $53 a month that I paid off in under 10 years.
Manageable.
Very manageable.
Right.
Nowhere near what students face today.
I'm seeing some students come out today, Paul, and they're able to get a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year job, which starting out with very little experience, not in a dot-com buzz, not a bad income.
Yeah.
And they have upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan debt. It's like having a mortgage and no place to sleep.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
having a mortgage and still paying rent somewhere.
Still, or still being in the parents' basement.
Yeah.
Which is where they're going.
Yes.
I'm glad the parents love their kids enough.
Well, yeah, we love our kids. We love them enough to want to talk to them about how to get up and running too, because what kind of start in life is that to do all of this work in school? I mean, you live in arguably the richest country in the world, and to not have any chance of getting your feet under you and get up and running as a young adult, I mean, it's crazy.
Well, I think it's twofold. It's a responsibility on the young adult's point and the parent's point not to take out this kind of debt. There are strategies that can be used that don't require you to take this kind of debt out to begin with.
And that's what we're going to get into here on Michigan Real Talk, 92.7 FM, AM 1400, The Patriot. We're talking with Jeff Ivory of JWI Associates, a certified financial planner, and really someone who helps people think about strategies to be successful and able to own your dream. But, you know, Tina, you came up with that phrase, own your dream.
Yeah.
I love that phrase because, one, it has the implication that you can own your dream, as in have a paid-for house and a debt-free life and able to retire at a reasonable age, but it also has a certain amount of responsibility on your part to own it for yourself in a world where, you know, big business, big government, and big media are really helping to disempower people. You've got to fight all that harder to own your dream yourself and focus and figure out how to get it done. So we appreciate Jeff. Thanks for joining us to talk about how people can have some winning strategies here.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair assessment, and I think your point is very difficult. It's very. You have a lot of credibility in this area when you start talking about people and their dream of getting an education. Education, Tina, you ran some numbers. You saw how much better off you are throughout your earning career with a college education versus not having one.
Right.
And they're starting to challenge that now because the costs that you're starting off with are so substantial. So back to that strategy point, Paul, and I think that's crucial. You know, young people today, if they know exactly what they want to do, and it's a degree like engineering, want to go into medicine, education,
Right.
there's a career path for that. It goes right through the college track.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I recommend you go get that. Those careers pay. They've got a good system.
Yep.
If you're looking today, though, to get into business and you don't know what you want to do,
Right.
why is it that you have to go to a 4-year degree and figure it out and not work? And why is it that you have to go spend $20,000 a year, accumulate debt to find yourself?
Well, I got to tell you, I changed majors 3 times in college, and I don't think that's unusual in that, you know, you're 18 years old when you leave the house. By the time you're 22, 23 years old, you've grown up a lot. You've got to feel a little bit more about yourself and been exposed to more opportunities in the world, right? You don't know what the world has to offer at age 18 when you leave the
Well,
house.
plus you might be taking an accounting class that
drives you
changes
nuts.
It changes you.
Tina knows that story. Boy, that cured me of my business major right away. But listen, so your point
Put me
is
down the path of one.
Yeah, see?
so it takes all kinds, Jeff. We love you.
I live the nerd. It just is what it is.
Well, we need some nerds to tell us what's going on out here. But back to your point. So, for instance, maybe community college can be a great.
I love it. I really do. Actually, you know, if you're looking at getting out some of the prerequisites, getting some of the baseline college classes under your belt, working a part-time job and paying for it yourself for a while.
Yep.
Parents putting some responsibility, some of the onus of these decisions back on their kids.
Amen.
Give them an opportunity to recognize what their decision process is. Give them the empowerment
Yeah.
to make choices.
You can't grow up if you don't get the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And you really need to get out and get your feet under you and be able to make some decisions and find out, well, that wasn't such a great decision.
Yes,
Well,
but it's not costing you as much
Yeah,
either.
that's right.
That's right. Well, we kind of laughed earlier, right? Tina, you said, boy, if you could find a way to tell a parent, you can go back to 1982 prices.
Yeah.
They jump all over it.
Right.
Welcome to community college.
Yep.
Yeah.
In many cases, you can get those basic English, history,
Yeah.
math classes out of the way. Why would you go spend quadruple the amount of money to get the same education? In many cases, Paul, the professors are the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you know what? You can still drive up there and catch the football game. There's
Yeah.
that's what may be attractive to some people is the whole campus life thing. But hey, to what price point? You can't afford some of this campus life. But let's
Absolutely.
get on to being able to afford.